Hey everybody, this is Mr. Stan. We're going to continue our marine biology a little bit today with a couple of notes on a class in the phylum Echinodermata, and that's the Echinodeas. And these are your sea urchins and your sand dollars. So I know we've been talking a lot about the starfish. The starfish are definitely the main representative, I guess, of this Echinodermata. But there's another group called Echinoidea that I think are very important. You see them a lot when you go to the beach, so we might as well talk about them a little bit. So the big thing about this group is that their body is actually enclosed in a shell. It's calcareous, it's calcium-based, like most shells are. We actually call these shells a test, T-E-S-T. So a lot of marine organisms have these shells that are calcium-based or silicon-based, and they're called a test. So these are definitely representatives of that type of protection for them. They're mostly herbivores. They're going to be grazing on algae, and they're going to be grazing on kelp. And then we're going to talk about their mouth structure a little bit, how they go about doing that. But they're on the ground, or they're on top of a piece of coral or a rock or whatever, and they're just going to graze and eat that algae. The cool part about their mouth, it's actually called an Aristotle's lantern. That's kind of the common name for it. It's 5 plates that function together as jaws with a tooth at each end. So it's almost like 5 longer plates that come together to form like this tooth thing. I'll show you some pictures of it. It's pretty unique. It's on the bottom of their body where the mouth is. This is an example of the test, the calcium shell, kind of a beautiful thing. You may have seen them at souvenir stores near the beach. They're very sought after for their beauty. Just put on your shelf and kind of look at it. If we were at school, I would show you one. We have some on the shelf. That's the test. Now, if you look at an actual picture of them, and this is obviously the shell, the cross section here. On the inside, there's the gut. There's that green part there. For the most part, the mouth is right here. So that's where food enters, travels down this huge long intestine, and it enters out of the anus on the top. So that's pretty traditional. Obviously, the starfish does the same thing. Well, here's, it has these 2 feet-like things, the ampullae, just like starfish do, but everything's internal inside of a shell. So your sea urchins are going to have these spines on it. We'll see the pictures of those. And your sand dollars will be much more flattened, but they have that shell. This is down here is the Aristotle's lantern. I got a better picture of it. It's the mouth part that can really help them graze on the vegetation. So here's what first of all, the 2 feet look like on the bottom, and sometimes there's spines too. Or this could actually be on the top a little bit, but some of the structures actually have that. This is one that's blown up right here. It actually has venom. So some of them are venomous. Sea urchins can definitely be venomous. And it has this little gland right here that can inject venom if you touch it or things like that. So definitely some protection there. Now, this is the Aristotle's mouth here, basically. Aristotle's lantern. And you can kind of see on the very bottom here, these little tubes. There's 5 of them, and they can open and shut, kind of like, they can clamp down on things. And that's how they kind of graze. There's muscles here. These reddish thing, orangish things are muscles, and they can open it and close it, open it and close it. And that leads to the mouth. Food goes in, goes up the esophagus, and through the digestive system. So pretty cool structure. These are these big plates called the alveolus. Those plates on the very bottom of the teeth, so that they literally can just go like that. Pretty cool. This is an example of a sea urchin. You can see, you can't really see on where the venom things would be down here, but these are the spines, these long stalks of 2 feet that they can suction water through. So it helps them move a little bit and grab onto stuff, basically. These are sea urchins. I mean, this is pretty standard sea urchin. I remember snorkeling in Belize maybe 20 years ago. There are thousands of these, but they're black in color, the spiny sea urchin, and they're kind of intimidating because if you're swimming around, you don't want to put your hand on it because obviously they're very, very sharp spines, but very cool organisms. And they can move. along the rock surface, eating and grazing on the algae and the vegetation that's on or in the water. Obviously, this is we can't have a presentation without a little joke here. Definitely don't want to get close to it. There's our friend the wolf eel, they're calling it the wolf eel. We call it the wolf fish. Talking to the sea urchin and saying, have you ever considered becoming an acupuncturist? Of course they should. You don't have to laugh. So there you go. Now this is the bottom. You can kind of see that would be where the mouth is of a sand dollar, and pretty cool. That's where the mouth would be, and then the anus would be on the other side. These are the 2 feet, little bristles and things, and that's what they use to suction and things like that. Now there is a video. I'm not sure if we can watch this right here. Can you watch a YouTube video in a YouTube video? Probably not. But if you look in the notes, we can see the pictures here. That's obviously a sand dollar. A lot of us don't think they're alive, but they really are. And obviously, on the underside, you can see
is a dead sand dollar. Sometimes
there would be where the mouth would be, or that's actually the top part. Never mind.
They'll be covered in seeds.
That's where the anus would be. There's some algae on it. There's the bottom. And the center here would be where the Aristotle's lantern is. And they're definitely alive. Pretty cool. So we don't dwell on that. But if you want to see the whole video, you definitely go to it on the presentation for sure. Feel free to do that if you want to. So there's other things. If you want to read through some, make sure you look at some links here I found on the notes on sea urchins and how they can lead to knives that never need sharpening, a use of them that we never thought probably, and then how they actually modeled a robot after the mouth, that Aristotle's lantern, part of a robot used in space. So pretty cool stuff. That will be the end of the presentation. If you guys have any questions, just please let me know, and we can answer those. So hope you have a great day. There's no homework tonight, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.